Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Calta and Kelly YouTube page. We got some great shows awaiting you right now. It's just a click of the button away. We got Colin Quinn. We got Shane Gillis. We got Rich Voss, Keith Robinson, Dan Soder. So many great names. But before you go and check out the page, we need you to do something. Subscribe. Hit that button. Subscribe and like. Hit those buttons. Just boom. It's right down. Use your finger, your mouse, your stylus. If you're using a stylus, you're a douche. But anyways, use your stylus if you have to. But we need you to hit that button for us. All right? So go. There it is. Now enjoy the show.
They're number one best friends, almost 1,000 pounds of funny. They're here to entertain you, not because Bobby needs the money. In this place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
That's for you.
They're number one best friends, almost 1,000 pounds of funny. They're here to entertain you, not because Bobby needs the money. In this place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
That's for you. That's for you. And we're back. Me and the big guy, we're back. It's Tuesday, the birthday week of Bob Kelly. And I'm very excited to have, we have.
What are you, a fucking teenager?
What do you mean?
Celebrating birthday week?
Oh, maybe I was just being silly.
So you're sweet 16 this week?
Maybe I was just, what do you have? The sun lighting your studio? I mean, either you got not enough or way too much. Listen, we have a great guest today. I'm very excited about. Well, he's leaving. He's just.
I'll be back.
What do you mean you'll be back? We just started the show. I was kidding about the light. You look fine.
You weren't kidding.
Now you're too dark.
Shut your mouth.
There you go. Where's the lights I got you?
Right here.
Ah, we got guys. Did you not put them in yet?
No, I didn't.
You're a fucking lazy Mike. I apologize for what I'm about to say. You're a lazy wop.
Don't take that shit, Mike.
I like it. I like it.
Mike Vecchione, everybody. Come on.
Thank you guys.
Hey.
Thanks for having me on.
I feel like you're calling Mike Vecchione a lazy wop because he didn't make his bed. Why would you do that to our guy?
No, it's right behind me, and it is made.
It's the shittiest bed making if you made that bed.
I like it loose. I like the loose cover, you know?
Yeah, you never know when you're going to jump in there to get a quick nap. You know what I mean? Comics don't make their beds because we go back in them 4 or 5 times during the day due to depression.
Or do the morning radio.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mike, I don't remember. Who do you live with? You live with somebody.
Soder. Dan Soder.
Oh, wow. Well, man, that's good.
That's actually my top credit.
But he's probably always at the girlfriend's place now, right? Probably works out.
He's quarantined there, and my girl comes over here. So
Perfect.
we shuffled
That's good. I like that. That's like when me and Billy Burr lived together for a long time. And we had it worse. At least you guys have your own room. He lived, the bed was in the hallway to the South African guy's 2-bedroom suite that he had. And I had to sleep on the couch. So one of us, and the couch that he got was from his Burr's father's dentist office. So from like the 80s, it was wood and like horsehair cushions. So,
Hey, Bobby, did you sleep on waiting room couch?
What's that?
Was it a waiting room couch?
Yes, it was exactly. That's what it was. The waiting room couch. And it was not meant. It was meant for sitting up straight.
Right.
And for old people to be able to get up easy. And every time you put your head back, you'd smash your head on the wooden fucking side where you put your hands. It was just made of oak. And you just be like, you'd hear every night, either him or me, we go, ow.
I like it. It's meant for a tough conversation. You know, you have a roof now.
How do you determine who slept on the couch and where did the other guys sleep?
Bill was in town. I slept on the couch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was his apartment. I had no. That was the deal I made. I made from Boston. I called him. I got a phone call from Matt Frost, who is still my agent today, saying I like your acting. I saw your acting reel, and I really like your acting. If you move to New York, I'd love to represent you. And I was like, what about my comedy? And he was like, your acting. I love your acting.
I do got to say, you're a highly underrated actor.
Yes, I believe so. And I think he still feels that same way, by the way. But I called Billy Burr like that week, and I was like, hey, you're not there. Let me stay there. I'll pay most of the rent. You pay a little bit. When you come back, I'll jump on the couch. And Burr fucking said, yeah. So there you go. 3 years, 97th between 3rd and Lex, cockroaches, fucking hole in the floor, sleeping in a hallway with an African guy walking by going, what you doing?
Yeah, how does he feel about the whole deal? And now all of a sudden some other guy's sleeping in the hallway.
He didn't care. Akeem, he didn't give a shit.
Akeem?
That was his name. Akeem.
Shut up.
I swear to God. And he was an ice skater. He
like
ran
the Princess of Mother?
I think he was. I think he was worth $1 billion because he actually ran both ice skating rinks, the one in Central Park and the one at Chelsea Piers.
Wow.
And he would ride a bike or rollerblade to Chelsea Piers from 97th and Lex on the east side.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
Very in shape guy. He would yell at me, Bobby, go play hockey. I'd be like, I don't want to. Put your pants on. Let's go. Put your pants on. And Burr would just laugh. But so me and Mike were in the same city this weekend, Mr. Calta.
Where were you, in Arizona? And somewhere in Phoenix?
Yeah, I was in Tempe. He was in Phoenix, Scottsdale.
Phoenix, yeah. It was
Phoenix.
Phoenix and Scottsdale, yeah, but mostly Phoenix.
Yeah.
What's it like there, COVID-wise?
It's 105 degrees, so the heat doesn't kill it. That's what we know.
Yeah, I learned that here in Florida.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me because they have to wear a mask from the front door. They would literally see people putting the mask on at the front door, and then they'd walk through the lobby, sit down at their seats, and take their masks off.
Right.
It makes no sense. I don't understand how that's helping anybody.
We kind of don't know what we're doing. We're just kind of feeling our way through it. It's like, I'm trying to be safe. It's like, I don't know. That's not really a science thing. Trying to be, I don't know. But I just don't think we have any answers. Like, no one has any real answers about how to function in this.
My only concern is if we have antibodies, are we good now, or are we going to get that shit again? That's what I want.
They don't know that either. Yeah. You would go and the doctor's like, we think it helps. If you have antibodies, you might not get it again. We're not for sure. We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know this was a casino. I thought this was a doctor's office.
So anyways, Mike was asking me before the show how the flight was. And this is, I didn't pay. I pay for economy plus. I'm economy plus. I'm not a first class guy yet. I was
representation of your level of success in comedy.
Well, I swear to God, last year, towards half the year or maybe the whole year, I was upgrading to first class, where the ticket was like, okay, it's this much, but let's do that. Let's do first. My wife makes the decision, by the way. I don't get to make that fucking choice. But I was first class. But as soon as the pandemic hit, I'm economy plus again, and I'm grateful for it. And I was getting on the plane, economy plus, whatever. I'm happy. And she stops me. The lady goes, sir. And I was about to snap. I was about to go, hey, what? I'm fine. Because I always get paranoid when I walk through anything that goes beep. I'm like, I didn't steal anything. I didn't fucking do nothing.
Can I guess? Can I guess what she said?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I think you'd be more comfortable in first class.
That's not what she said.
Oh.
Is that a fat joke? Was that a fat joke?
Well, it wasn't a joke. It was an observation. Sometimes they're nice. They see you're chubby and they don't want you to sit in the middle of the seat, or they don't want you to sit in the guy. They help you out.
Dude, I'm not so fat that they're fucking moving me up like fucking some type of luggage.
There's an open seat. Perhaps you'd be more comfortable there. That's not an insult. I'm looking at the height to width, and I feel like you'd be more comfortable up front. That's all. I wasn't insulting.
To balance the plane out.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, we need you to sit up front on the left. There's too many fatzos from Tempe going to New York this weekend.
We don't want to barrel roll into the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, we don't want to be flying like this the whole way back to New York. It's not what happened. I upgraded. She goes, "You got your upgrade?" And I went, hey, yeah, I'm good. And she upgraded me the last second. I'm boarding the plane. I already accepted my fate. I am economy plus. I will be sitting in the back. And she went, the last second, the lingo, you scan your thing, boop, and she goes, "Did you get your first class up?" And I went, "Yes." And I fucking bought the ticket. Like I have that money.
I don't understand. So how did you get it?
Because I am gold, Delta.
Oh, so she was making, okay.
So I got upgraded.
What if you would have snapped? Do you ever do that where it's like you think you're getting stopped for a bad reason? You snap at the person and then it's somebody trying to help you. And then you got to eat that.
I've had it. I've had that. I told you I was years ago when I lived on 43rd Street, high-rise building, one of those fucking buildings in New York. I'm outside with my dogs. It's cold. I'm talking to Norton. Some lady walks up with her stupid dog. Total, Karen type of chick. Even though I don't like using that word Karen because I feel like it's the N word for white women. Me using that word in around 10 years, I'm going to get taken out. He called the woman Karen. Be like, what?
Take down the statue. Statue by then.
So she comes up. She goes, "Excuse me, sir." And in my head, she's going to talk to me about my little cold dogs because I'm outside talking instead of walking. And I was like, I mind your business. She goes, "No, I just wanted to." I go, "Mind your fucking business."
Oh, wow.
And she's like, "What?" And she goes, "I just wanted." I go, "What the fuck? What? Mind your business. Beat it. Just beat it." She goes, "I just wanted to say, you have your dogs out and I have my dog out, and the lady up the street who owns the restaurant, I have my dog out, and she yelled at me for having my dog out in this cold weather, and she threw a phone at my head." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." "No, it's good. You're fine. I have my dogs out. They're fine. They're dogs." I felt so bad. She was crying. I was just telling her to fucking beat it. Yeah.
Phone thrower.
So Mike, before we were talking in the lobby of the stream, and he said that something happened because we were trying to get together, and Mike Saturday night, and that's why I love. Last time I was at Tempe too, there's these little stools out front of the club, just whatever, metal fucking picnic tables, and we hang out there and we smoke cigars. Rob Dukes came down, the comedians of the show, and then Mike Vecchione came down with a couple guys. And we all smoked cigars. We talked shit. We were fucking just ragging on people and gossiping. It was I love it. There's nothing better than comics just fucking talking shit on our fucking friends. I know.
Who's the common denominator? Who's the friend that everybody shits on besides Voss?
It's a potpourri. It's never one. It's you know what I mean? It's like, who was in the news this week? Who got something? Who has a deal? Who is succeeding? Who's failing? Who was succeeding and then it's dead?
I'll make it easy for you. On the count of three, both of you say the name at the same time of the person that is successful that shouldn't be successful. Why? Why can't you do it?
Who's successful that shouldn't be successful?
Yeah, like who? I mean, you can answer separately or you can do it at the same time. I'll count to three.
Okay, you ready?
1, 2, 3.
John Fugelston. Oh shit! Who'd you say?
No, that doesn't count.
I went prop. You guys didn't see that coming.
So would you take John Fugelsteen?
Whoever the fuck that guy is who's been in the business, they never stop giving him shit. Cocksucker has. I mean, what the fuck? What am I gonna do? How many times do I have to murder at an improv to fucking get my face on the wall? It's all a bunch of dead guys at this point on the improv's walls. They're all fucking dead.
Can I ask you a question as a non-comedian? Why does Chris Rock seem so, like on Saturday Night Live, it seemed like it was his first time in front of a live audience? Like almost like he's nervous. Is it because he doesn't write that shit?
I don't know. Mike could probably answer that better because Mike has written for a ton of shit.
No, I'm not saying he's not funny. It was just like he seemed so nervous when he was live, which he's not during his stand-up special.
Right. I don't know. I didn't see it. Well, he hosted it?
He hosted it, and his monologue was okay. It was typical
right.
anti-Trump kind of topical shit, but he kept flubbing the words, and his timing was off, and it seemed like he was nervous almost.
I don't know, but I imagine he ran it a bunch, but I don't even know where you would run it though. I don't know where, like those things take a lot of, no matter who you are, take a lot of time to prep for. It's like running a late night. You just keep running it till you have it down. But I don't know, maybe he didn't have a chance to run it anywhere.
Yeah, well, that's possible. I mean, the crowd, evidently the lower level of the crowd was first responders. So maybe he didn't have an opportunity to have an audience before that.
I think, but he was never that good on his funniness on SNL was, you could always see him look like, when he was doing a skit, he was, looking at the camera, but then he'd be like, you're going to tell me why you did that?
Yeah. He's a shit actor. He's a shit
always
actor.
Looking at I think he was pretty good. He's pretty good in the new show he's on FX.
That's what everybody says on Fargo. He's really good.
I think he's pretty good. I mean, I thought he was good in what's that fucking with Ice Cube, Ice-T, and what was that movie about crack that he was in?
Oh, but
New Jack City.
New Jack City. I thought he was good. Yeah. I mean, I'm sticking up for him absolutely, but doing that monologue shit.
I feel like you agreed with me, and then halfway through you realized that Chris Rock had hurt your career, and you're like,
absolutely what happened. That's exactly what happened. I mean, if you want to be real, I was halfway in my brain. I was gonna trash him and his thin fingers, and then I pulled back because I see him at the clubs and I'm friendly with him. Yeah. And one day he might do a movie, and I might get cast as the fat guy in the back. What do you mean, injustice?
Hey, motherfucker, I heard what you said on your dumb podcast.
He could actually just crush all of us. So,
well, Ari Shaffir trashed him on Rogan's podcast, I think, or he trashed him on something, and he came up to Ari. He's like, "What the fuck, man? He actually cares."
Yeah.
And I just saw an interview with him on Howard Stern, and he was the most vulnerable I've ever seen him. He was like, "Look, when it comes to stand up, I'm the motherfucker. I'm shit. Anything else, I fucking hate myself."
He's right.
I'm terrified. Which, to hear somebody like that say, it's kind of fucking great.
Yeah, it's great. I mean? It's great because we all got our strengths and weaknesses, regardless of what level you're at.
Yeah, my strengths is condiments and sauces. I know what sauce goes with what wing and what chicken finger, or a fried zucchini. There's different sauces. So you said that after you left, so we hung out. It was fucking great.
We hung out. We smoked a cigar. It was great. By the way, the cigar was great. We hung out, and we had some fun laughing. And then you guys were going to go eat. And
we went to IHOP.
And I didn't want to go. So I was like, I'm tired. We're going to go back. My buddy was with me. And so we went to his car. We get in his car. He starts it up. He goes, "Fuck, I'm out of gas." We were out of gas. We're just stranded there.
And the parking lot?
Go in and get these guys, and make it their problem.
Yes.
And he was like, "Nah, let's I got AAA. Let's call AAA." He's on the phone. We're just waiting there for like 15 minutes. He has AAA premium, mind you. They're not answering. The whole point of having AAA is so that they help you out in a jam, and they're just not answering. It's the ultimate scam.
And for a premium, for an extra $5 a month, we'll always answer the phone.
Yeah, what do you mean? You'll always answer
if you don't have a problem that you have the premium AAA. He calls it nothing.
So how long did you wait in the park?
We waited about 10-15 minutes in the car, just waiting for AAA. And then I'm like, "Look, there's got to be a gas station close by. Maybe we could walk to a gas station." And there was one behind that plaza. So we get out and we walk to the gas station, and they have the gas. The lady's locked in there, by the way. I guess that's not a good neighborhood. It's not a good neighborhood. Remember that kid who walked up to us? Who looked at you started back. You're like, we're gonna get stabbed. And then look at the guy.
Me and Mike.
Stab us.
Me and Mike were talking, like we're having a great, intense conversation. I saw this kid out of my peripheral walking in the shadows, and I just turned away from Mike. I go, "We're gonna get killed," and I walk away, and I leave Mike in front of him.
Dead. He looked like a zombie. He looked like he was on heroin or something. Man.
Yeah, he walked right up to Mike. I literally just went, "We're gonna get killed," and I walked away, and Mike was right there in front of him. I was kind of a dick move. I apologize. Yeah. In hindsight, I left you out there like a lamb.
Did he do anything? Did he say anything?
He just wanted a cigarette. He's like, has anybody got a cigarette? It's like, it's a weird thing because these guys who do that, they look intimidating. This guy looked like he had his face tattooed and he looked crazy. But the energy level that they walk up with on heroin, it's like, dude, we would have fucking housed this guy. Unless he had a gun or something, like we would have fucking housed him. He was fucked up on if he would have made a move. I'm not saying, beat up people who are addicted to drugs, but I'm saying if he would have fucking done something, like he was just slumped over and fucked up. So we just moved away because it still could have been a dangerous thing. And then so anyway, back to the car. We're waiting for AAA Premium to come. They're not coming. We decide to walk to the gas station. We walk to the gas station. It's locked, like the door. She just is operating through the
bank teller window,
the drive-through, and she goes, the good news is we have gas. The bad news is we don't have any gas cans left.
Oh,
do you know
I'm like, what does that mean? Like, can we just fill it up in something? She goes, legally we can't sell it that way. And I'm like, okay, so we have to call an Uber to another gas station. So we call an Uber picks us up, and now the way that you guys know how Uber works. Uber's job is just to get you there, and then he leaves. But it's only going to take us, if they have the gas can, 2 minutes to fill it up, and then we're going to have to call another Uber. So we just said to the guy, could you just shut the thing off, and we'll pay you. We're out of gas. We told him the whole situation. So he drives us there, and my buddy goes in, and it's like a long conversation, longer than it should be. He comes out, and he goes, same thing. They have gas, no more gas cans. This is the second gas station with no gas cans. So we have the Uber driver. We're like, look, we'll take care of you. We go to a third gas station. We finally get the gas. We get the gas can. He fills it up. The guy drives us back. We take care of him. This is about 3 a.m. at this point. And then my buddy, it takes him like 15 minutes. We can't figure out how to work the gas can. Like,
you got to be a fucking scientist right now to operate those. You got to squeeze the thing, and I know what you're talking about.
And my buddy's like a successful businessman. It's like you don't really realize how incompetent you are in every other area of your life until you get into situations like that. He's like trying to pour the thing, it's not pouring, and we finally figure it out. And then he's like, "Do you want to try to make it back to where you're staying on the $2?" But we went to another gas station, and then I got home. But it was like 3 a.m. by the time we got home.
Well, I'll just let you know that while you were doing all that, I was enjoying a chicken fajita omelet with a side of hash browns and bacon. I was going to do the soup, but it just didn't seem right at an IHOP. And I picked up the tab for all the people. So
that was very sweet of you. The guy Rob who opened for me he stayed with you guys. And yes. he was saying that you guys were outside talking. I'm like, where were you guys talking? Because we were in the parking lot of the IHOP. He's like, we were talking outside for so long, and we were all talking. And finally, me and a couple other people were like, hey, do you guys want to go in and eat? Because, we're just sitting outside talking.
Yeah, we're having a great time. Why wouldn't you come get me? Let me tell you something. If that happened to me, I would literally go, Mike, you got to help me. I would have not one fucking problem.
Because you don't have a car. Like the guy who opened for you, he's from New York. He didn't have no one has a car.
Rob Dukes is literally a mechanic. Literally in the back of his car, he has 2 gas cans.
Oh my God.
He's literally a mechanic. He could have taken you with his gas cans and his truck that I'm pretty sure he built from scratch. uh, drove you to the gas station, filled it up, and you would have been on your way. And you would have first. You could have went and had an omelet on me, and then you could have got the gas right when you were done. It would have took 10 minutes to fill the gas up, go back, and you would have been full.
There's no service like Uber that'll just bring you gas these days.
There probably is now that I think about it, Mike. Yeah.
Well, what's the lesson you learned?
The lesson I learned, look, all that was going through my head is like, none of these guys have a car. Like Bobby doesn't have a car. The other kid doesn't have a car. The guy I brought obviously doesn't have a car. It's like, what are these? Now it's their problem. Like, what are we? Now it's just 15 people are going to have to scratch their heads about this.
No,
it's like
everybody had a car. Austin had a car. Rob had a car. The Middler had a car. There was 3 cars. We had 3 cars.
Wow.
And you had a headliner with a platinum Amex. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, Mike, you learned this. You ready?
You tell me what I learned.
I'm going to tell you what you learned. When your friend from New York, because we're very rarely in the same cities together.
Right.
When your friend from New York goes, want to go get an omelet, you go like, even though you want to go back to your room, you with your other friend who's not a comic, and you're kind of like, I don't want him to be uncomfortable. Maybe he's got to go.
Who's not very responsible.
Yeah, who's not that responsible, by the way, for a business owner to run out of gas in 2020. Not responsible. Thank you, Mike Calta. And you say, yeah, let's go get a quick omelet. And then you're good.
Yeah, but here's another reason. Here's an ulterior reason. I'm doing the intermittent fasting, and I can't eat in that window. There's eating windows. Couldn't eat in that. Would have had to have a tea or something. Not against it. Would have sat there and had a tea, but I want to respect the eating window.
You know what? I wouldn't have came because the eating that went down at that place. I mean, Austin got fucking fried chicken and waffles. Oh yeah, boy. Yeah, you would have been miserable. Because I was about to fucking stage dive Austin's plate. And this is what really pissed me off. He only ate 2 of the chickens and half of 1 waffle.
Oh, man.
He's going to take the waffle and chicken back to I was like, what do you, I'm like, dude, I'm going to dip that into my face in a second. But
what do you have?
I had a fajita omelet, no cheese. And I had the hash browns because I'm on the Whole30. And you can have hash browns as long as they're cooked in oil.
You're on the Whole30. You can eat beans or something. What's the difference? I
can't have beans.
What's the difference between the Whole30 and keto?
For some reason, he can't have beans, but he thinks he's allowed to eat potatoes.
No, I'm not. I don't think it. I know it, Mr. Turncoat.
I have to. No, I'm not.
You were just with me on the mic thing, and then you turn right on me. A fucking typical Calta move. Typical Calta. I mean, that is fucking Calta 101 right there, because he thinks.
I call it like I see it.
Dude, you can have a fucking potato because it's a root vegetable. It comes from the earth.
You can have it scrammed and slammed and all that or whatever. How did you have it? You were going to tell me they just got a potato, boil it for you, and cut it in half and was like, there you go, Irishman.
No, it was hash browns. You can have hash browns. Okay. What? Where'd you go? What are you doing?
I somehow, and I'm not sure because I'm fat, so it's not like I'm a nutrition expert.
Yes, you are.
Somehow I feel like potato and hash browns are 2 different things.
It's a sliced fucking potato. Vecchione, back me up. A potato.
Oh yeah.
A hash brown is a potato.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to do the math on it, but it's sugar though, Bobby. It gets converted into sugar. So, but maybe there's some kind of like nutritional psychology that I'm not seeing. But me personally, I know if I'm eating a potato or any derivative of a potato, that I'm eating sugar.
Right, but on the diet that I am on, the Whole30, which I have stayed on, it's supposed to be for 30 days. It's a cleanse. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you're not supposed to eat potatoes, as many potatoes as I eat. I'm sure they're probably saying you can have a potato once in a while, not twice a day.
You can't do a diet like that. Like the whole thing with the diet is like we're overeating, we're doing shit we shouldn't. You can't say once in a while because then we'll do it all. Once in a while is too vague.
Well, we had looked it up and the Whole30 diet said some potatoes.
Yeah, I had some potatoes.
But not every meal. But
Now
yeah.
look up the word some.
Hey, give me some potatoes. Hey, it's on my diet.
I felt great, and I did not. Here's the thing: away for 3 days, 2 weekends in a row, I have not gained a pound. Now, nor have I lost any weight this week. But I've been trying to do the intermittent fasting too when I'm home. Like I don't eat until maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock. I don't eat. That's the first time I eat.
Like at noon.
So I have dinner at night, and then I'm done.
Right.
And then I'll
At
have
8 a.m.
What's that?
Breakfast at 8 a.m. and then he doesn't eat till 11 o'clock.
I do not have breakfast at a.m. I don't eat until I wake up in the morning, and now that I'm doing the 30-day less titty challenge, I don't eat till 12 o'clock.
So how's that work for you, Bob? You haven't lost weight on that?
I was 336. I'm 288 now.
That's unreal, and it's because of that.
Yep, because of that.
Yeah.
And I did not work out one fucking day.
No kidding.
I did not fucking do shit. I mean, I walked or hiked or did stupid shit with the family, but I did not. This week, Monday, was the first time that I've started working out since this diet. So that's what that's what this 30-day less titty challenge is. 5 days a week, I'm doing one muscle group for 20 minutes with resistant bands or dumbbells. And I'm going to do that for a month. So,
but if you're eating do you have days off where you could eat whatever time? Because it was 1 a.m.
I don't have any days off.
You ate a fajita omelet though at 1 a.m.
Yes, I can do that because I didn't have, for the whole, I said when I'm home, I intermittent fast.
Okay.
When I'm on the road, it's because I don't eat I don't like in between show food.
Right.
I don't eat before the show. I'll have like a breakfast and a lunch, and then I won't eat till after the show. And it's usually, I try to get eggs or something healthy. I don't, dude, back in the day, dude, because I can't bang, I can't go get fucking puss. Like back when I was young, I'd fucking hang around and try to hook up with somebody and fucking, eat her box in her car somewhere.
Only if it's after midnight, though.
but now I would go back to the hotel room and order. I'd go right to the front desk. Give me your menus. Like it was a holdup.
Isn't that fucked up? I think we all have this where it's like if we all have our vices, but if you decide to stop one vice, that energy just seeps into another vice.
Yeah.
Pussy is your vice, and you're like, okay, now I'm a committed dude. I can't do it anymore. It goes right into eating, or with some guys, it goes into, if they stop smoking, it goes into drinking.
It's because why you are doing it. I'm doing it to not connect to the emotion of loneliness,
right,
self-esteem. Right. After a show, I don't care if I sold out and killed it. A lot of the times you're like, but I'm not fucking, I should have blah, blah, blah. So you have to deal with that shit. It's not like you're a middle act anymore where you can be like, I fucking killed it.
Right.
I'm the shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're constantly on yourself for fucking, like Quinn said, you're a great comic when you can walk off stage and not feel guilty. So we're carrying all that shit back to the hotel room alone.
Right.
So if you can't go drink or go to a cigar bar or go hook up with some broad, some fucking MILF from Phoenix and let her husband watch from the closet, I mean, what else? What else you gonna do?
I hope one of you did that this weekend.
Well, I mean, Mike, you're still you and Katie are still together, right?
Yeah, me and Katie, yeah.
So you can't do anything anymore either, right?
No, I don't do anything.
Did you do it? Did you hook up with girls when you were single?
I would when I was single, but I'll tell you what made it much harder. I don't know if we were probably already married by this time, but dating apps made it much, much more difficult. I felt it, man, because sometimes after a show, it's like just you are where you are. And if the person was out there, they were single, you could be able to hook up. But now that there's all these dating acts, everybody's got a plan in their hand. So the unforeseeable, the like just in the moment, oh, this guy's cute, whatever, that stuff happens. At least for me, it happened more rarely because everybody had either a date or a hookup or a plan in their phone instead of just being like, this guy on stage is cute.
And I never got to experience dating apps. That would have been the best thing. I would have been on every one of them.
Yeah, they're bad. And you know who it's good for, the dating apps? It's good for a guy who's an expert at marketing. Those guys attack dating the way that people attack marketing. They just put they just do it like a machine. It's like there's no emotion, there's no adventure.
Oh.
So Andrew Schultz and Jared are fucking crushing dating apps.
Crushing. I mean, they're I think in relationships, but I mean those guys crush because they just do it like they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I would approach it like a commercial fisherman and just throw the most fucking chum out there as possible. And whatever whale sniffs on, I'd be like, bring it in, sister.
I'll tell you something else. You know what's really funny? I was at the Underground before the dark times, and I murder really hard. And these three hot women, back when I was single, they come up and we're talking. They're like, "Oh, you're so funny." Blah blah blah. I go to the bar. I get them drinks. We're talking, and I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna go somewhere. This is pretty fucking great," you know. And the one girl is on her phone, you know, and she's not really talking, but she's listening to something. And I go, "What are you doing?" She's like, "It's John Mayer's Snapchat. John Mayer does songs and poems on his Snapchat, and you can communicate on there." And I'm like, this isn't even fucking fair anymore. I'm with John Mayer because of technology. And people are like, well, John Mayer isn't going to fuck that girl. I think they're wrong. John Mayer will fuck that chick.
Dude, how about that one guy from, what's his name? Franco. James Franco was texting that chick on Twitter. I mean, she happened to be 17. But, I mean, if he's going out there after girls on Twitter, think about it, Mike. Think about the guy below you. You're complaining about John Mayer, and the guy in the crowd with the fucking half a tooth is like, man, I can't compete with that comedian. You know, I mean, there's tears.
Yeah,
but he's got a valid point. I mean, you're in LA, fucking hanging out after the show, and you're trying to get some cooch on that snatch, and or trying to do something, and Leonardo DiCaprio is fucking Snapchatting with the bitch that you're trying to hook up with. How are you going to compete with that? Guy has a T-Rex fucking head in his house. Man, he's got a messy bed behind you in an office chair. What are you gonna do? Jesus, man. I'm listen. Oh, what is this? Vecchione's offensive joke videos were hysterical. I missed them. What is that?
I did that on you. Did one. You did a distasteful joke.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing on his podcast, which I love. I love Vecchione's podcast. It's you know, it's not the two guys getting together and just fucking talking, which I love, which is what this podcast is. It's called No Disrespect. And
look at that picture. You just look like some guy who turned on John Gotti at some point.
Hey, Mike, can I say something? First of all, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you plug in my podcast, Bobby, but I got to say to Mike, I was in Tampa. You had me on your show. You were so kind to me. So first of all, thank you. And also, not just being kind to me, the shows did great numbers because of you. Good. So thank you.
But first of all, it's my pleasure. That's something that I feel fortunate to have a connection with Bobby and with, the old Opie and Anthony crew and those guys. I know of all these great comedians that come through, and until somebody tells the rest of Tampa, hey, this guy's really good, you got to go see him. So I'm so glad that worked out.
Well, because a lot of people came in and they told me they saw me on your show.
Good.
On your show. So I appreciate that. Also, I had a former Bonanno enforcer on my podcast. I just reached out to him, and he does a podcast with John Alight. Yeah. And I saw the interview you had with him, which was really great, man.
Johnny Alight used to run with Gotti Jr.
Yes.
And he was in a prison in Brazil, and he's got some fucking stories to tell. And he's a good looking guy, and he used to bang the Gotti sisters and all that. And the minute I had him on, I think I might have been the first major interview he did. holy Jesus Christ, I'm getting email, I'm getting direct messages from the Gaudis. I'm on everybody's. This guy's an asshole list, and it went good. But I had a good relationship with them because I invited the Gaudis to come on the show. I said, the guy's sitting right here. You want to come out and talk to him? And they all bailed out. But at least I gave them the option, so we're all good there.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you did good numbers right here. I also feel like it took you 35 minutes. You were like, I fucking know this guy from somewhere.
no. I knew.
I've
seen you guys. I know you guys were doing a show together, so I knew it going in. I just want to.
I'm kidding.
Take the opportunity.
Hi, Bob.
Can I go back to your plug now? Can I go back to the plug of your fucking show? I mean,
yes.
What the fuck? I mean, I was leading it up, and we had a cute joke about your mugshot, and then you had to go into a jerk off session with Mike Calta. I mean, what the fuck?
Bobby gets very jealous. He gets very jealous.
I do get jealous. It's funny too because Lou said she had Johnny Depp DM'd her on Twitter.
Is that real?
Is that real? That's
Lou is great. Lou is from Baltimore. Lou is in Baltimore, right? She comes out in Magoo.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Hang on one sec. Oh, guys, hang on. Keith, you're live on Calta and Kelly with Mike Vecchione.
Fucking Italian bastard. Why?
What do you mean, why? Why? Why are you going to talk about his ethnicity like that?
He knows why. He knows why. You know what those fucking Italians did at Target in South Philadelphia?
The Italians?
Not your neighborhood.
No, what'd you say?
He knows what they did.
Wow.
Hey, Bobby.
Our neighborhood.
Sorry, this is really breaking news. Eddie Van Halen dead.
Eddie Van Halen's dead. Keith, what do you think about that? Eddie Van Halen just died.
Oh, jeez. No, not Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen just died, Keith.
Oh, wow. Eddie Van Halen?
Do you know who that is?
Do you know who that is?
My God. Yeah, Van Halen, baby.
Yeah.
How do you, are you sad?
Am I sad?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Let me give you the equivalent to Eddie Van Halen. Let's see. The guy, Bobby McFerrin, just died.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Are you the Don't Worry Be Happy guy you're comparing to Eddie Van Halen?
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nah, he's the guy. He did die.
Nobody
Bobby
cares about-
McFerrin is the Van Halen of slapping his chest.
He sung one of the greatest songs of all time.
One of them. Van Halen did 10 of them.
What?
Well, why didn't you listen to the song if you liked it so much?
Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah, I heard it.
Keith, you're the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the song.
Vecchione said you're the opposite.
Thank you.
How come I can't hear Vecchione?
All right, hang on. I'll unplug my fucking headphones. God damn it. I got to put headphones in because Mush yells at me. All right, ready? Go ahead, Vecchione.
Keith, we need you to be more emotional about Eddie Van Halen, okay? He's one of the greatest rock guitarists of all time. Probably the greatest rock guitarist, at least during my era.
He's one of the greatest rock and roll guitarists. You know who's the greatest?
Who?
Jimi Hendrix.
It's going to be black. Whenever we get to that, you know who's the greatest, baby. Say it.
Jimi Hendrix.
When he played that guitar. Say it.
Jimi Hendrix.
You damn right.
Yeah, he was good for a month.
No, whoa. Everybody will tell you that, including white guys, that Jimi Hendrix was the best.
Dude, he had a gimmick like fucking Carrot Top. He played it left-handed. Who gives a shit?
You call it a gimmick?
Yeah, dude, I can play the Star Spangled Banner behind my head and then light my guitar. He's the Carrot Top of guitar players.
Oh,
He played the Star Spangled Banner, which is racist now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That made me laugh. Fuck you.
Someone's been hitting the talk there up early.
What about Prince? Did you like Prince?
I love Prince.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take that as one of the greatest guitarists.
No, Jimi Hendrix is better than Prince.
Eh,
With the guitar.
eh.
Prince probably was heavily influenced by Jimi Hendrix.
Every guitar player was heavily influenced by Hendrix.
That's true.
That's true. Everybody was. Mike said everybody was influenced by Hendrix.
Yeah, Mike knows what he's talking about.
Not Eddie Van
You're
Halen.
racist.
I'm not racist in public. All right, what are you calling me for? What did you
He
call?
likes Van Halen because he's been forced to be that pandit now.
I have some tea for you.
You have what?
That was good, Bush.
Some tea.
You have tea for me?
Some nice tea.
Why did you get me tea?
No, yeah, you're so dumb. You're so not hip. Some hot tea.
All
That
right.
means gossip, you idiot.
Ooh, tell us. Let's hear it on the show. What's the gossip?
No, I'm not fucking giving tea on the
Come
show.
on. We broke the Eddie Van Halen news. You
We
break
just
the other
broke-
news.
Yeah, we broke the Eddie Van Halen news. You break the other news.
Nah, this is too good to break. No.
Is it about the comedy scene?
This is delicious.
All right, let everybody take a guess, and if they're right, you tell us yes.
I'm not going to, I'm no snitch. I was just going to tell you, and that's it.
All right,
All
well,
right.
go ahead. Let
All
him
right,
tell
hang
you
on.
off the air. Let him tell you.
I do a fucking podcast every hour. Fuck you.
I love that motherfucker.
He hung up on me.
I love him
What a piece of shit.
because he knows damn well you would have told us whatever he just told you.
Oh, I would have ratted him out. I can't wait to hear it though. I can't wait for gossip. Woo, yeah, baby.
I can't believe Eddie Van Halen's dead.
I can't believe that either. He was a
Well, first of all, he was dying for the last year. Why can't you believe he was dying?
He
What
wasn't
did he-
dying. He
what
had,
did
he had mouth cancer, and he was doing fine. He had mouth cancer 20 years ago.
Yeah, but the last year and a half, they canceled the tour because Eddie was sick. It's all over. Everybody's been talking about it.
I don't know. That's just it's
not-
awful.
It's a fact. Everybody's been talking about that. He's been sick for over a year. They canceled the tour, and David Lee Roth talked about it. And oh man, well,
That's sad. I liked him. I got to meet him a couple of times, and he was a super nice guy to me.
he was nice.
Yeah, he really was nice. He was really a good dude.
Oh, throat cancer. That's got to be from just smoking for 50 years.
Of course. I mean, he was smoking while he had the patch.
How old
Shit.
was he, Mike?
What's that?
Do you know how old he was?
65.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look, he had a good fucking run.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He'd been famous since he was a kid, and
Right.
and he changed music. He
Yeah.
changed the sound of music. So he had a good run. Had Valerie Bertinelli. Had a kid. That kid's got all his talent now. So it's just sad.
And his kid can finally play the guitar instead of having to play the bass because his father was playing the fucking.
How about that kid? He got his father's talent and his mother's chubbiness. Poor kid.
He really does look like Valerie Bertinelli.
Yeah. He's fat and cute at the same time.
So, anyways, no, that's terrible. Terrible news, man. So I guess they're not going back out on tour, right?
That's it. You'll never see the Beastie Boys again. You'll never see Van Halen again.
Wow.
You'll now see David Lee Roth do a Van Halen show with Michael Anthony, and that's it. And two other, and revolving guitar players in Vegas somewhere.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, think about it. That if you didn't see Van Halen, you'll never see Van Halen.
Yeah.
You'll never see them.
I'll tell you what, I saw Van Halen in Rochester at the Red Wing Stadium, general admission, front row. I saw Van Hagar during their fucking peak. I got front row, and he was right in front of me with a cigarette and his guitar and throwing picks out. And halfway through the concert, I was so drunk and I started to get crushed. And I got a really bad migraine, and I had to kind of pardon me, my way out of the front row of fucking Van Halen. I went and sat on the bleachers by myself because I was sick and I was afraid I was going to die.
You don't know how to get out of that crowd? The easy
How?
way? You pretend you're going to throw up. You go, and everybody just parts like fucking Moses.
Oh, dude, I wasn't pretending. I was definitely going to throw up.
Give people some fair warning. It's one of their albums.
What's that?
I said, give people fair warning. That's one of their albums. Fair warning.
Oh, that was like
You want to throw me? Do you throw me the bad call?
You mean the bomb Danner? We don't have that on the show.
You throw it at me.
It's Mondays only.
I deserved it.
We just have silence. So anyways, Mike has this amazing podcast that he does. And he at the end of the podcast, he does this thing where you find out where people are from, right?
Right. Whatever your ethnic background is, whatever your thing is, it's mostly ethnic background, because there's these old joke books that have all these jokes, which no one can tell anymore because they're racist or sexist or whatever. But I figure flip it on its head and have the person, whoever ethnicity is being made fun of, they tell their own joke. And then I laugh at it. These joke books, I mean, whatever, they're racist and sexist, but a lot of the jokes are corny but really funny. So I figured I would do an internet segment like that, where it's like after the podcast, you read your own joke. If you're an alcoholic, if you're a smoker, if you're Irish, if you're Italian, like whatever your thing is.
Did you do black?
Did black? Yep.
Who did that?
What's that?
I can't air it now, but I've done it. Now, Greer. I did Greer. I did Monroe Martin.
Oh, I thought you said
Barnes, Greer. They were great.
Queer.
No, but if it's back in the old days when you would tell jokes about people and they would be like, "Do me, do me, do my group, do my thing." It was like, do that, So people who aren't insane kind of get that.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
So I did it with Bobby. The one with Bobby is really funny. People like it a lot.
Can we Mush, you got any clips?
I have the one with you doing the disrespectful joke and the two we talked about earlier.
Can I say something, set it up a little bit? I used to be on a podcast with Justin Silver, who's a great friend, but he's decided to go another route. So I'm just doing the podcast myself now. So that's the big sell. I'm doing the podcast myself, all on me. It's a joke-based podcast, not to be taken too seriously. So that's a setup for what it is.
Yeah. And also, Billy Burr's advice to me way back in the day, do the podcast by yourself, dude. That way, when the dude you're doing with tells you to go fuck yourself, you don't have to stop the show. So when Mike becomes national and he dumps me and this show, I'm just doing it by myself because Mike has to go to his.
I feel like he was talking about me. Is that why he doesn't like me?
Oh, someday you're gonna give me the hi-hat. I know you are.
Never.
I
will take you with me wherever I go.
Thank you.
Hello. Please state your name.
Robert Kelly.
Bobby Kelly, you're an unbelievable comic. I love YKWD, dude. Thank you so much for doing this. I know you're from Boston, man, right? Boston?
Boston, born and bred, baby.
Unbelievable, dude. What a great city. What a historic city.
Yeah.
Please read this joke.
Sure thing. Ready?
Yeah.
What does a Boston Red Sox fan and a bottle of beer have in common?
What?
They both are empty from the neck up. You're fucking no.
What a great joke. Oh my God.
Okay.
I thought it was really funny, Bobby. Thank you so much for doing it.
Yep.
I told you I would pay you. So here you go.
What's this?
That is called a book.
Oh, that's the other part. I pay you with whatever your stereotype is. Boston people are dumb. I give you a book, a potato, Italian, a meatball.
Glad you recognize that Boston people are dumb.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's a fucking great podcast, dude. It's a great podcast.
It's a great idea.
Him and Justin used to fight on it, and it was so intense. and so fucking funny. And then they did a segment called "Good Cop, Bad Cop."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm taking those segments and breaking them up because the jokes, the questions, it's like an interrogation room are jokes. So I think we asked Bobby, it's like, can you respond to one of these without saying the word cocksucker? Calling me a cocksucker.
Do you have them? Oh, you don't have the list. I thought you had them.
No. I have the whole bad cop, but I'm going to release them on the Instagram, each question at a time, which is like 1 minute at a time. I already did one, but I'm going to rotate it. You, Ari, Attell, like I'll just keep rotate Soder. Like I'll keep rotating one question at a time.
Now let me ask you a question, Mike. I gotta talk to Mike Calta. He lives in Florida. Which, do you like Florida, Vecchione?
Yeah, I went to high school in Boca and graduated from high school down there and then went to Penn State. But I love Tampa. Tampa's like one of those places. It's like the East Coast of Florida, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, is mostly like New York, Philadelphia, East Coast, Boston, and the West Coast of Florida is mostly Midwest people.
I don't know. I mean, it's so weird now. It used to be like there was areas like Spring Hill and we're all New York transplant. Now everybody's everywhere. It's all over the place.
Right.
I find that the richer folks move down south, and the Staten Island people move to my area, and the Long Island people move to West Palm.
The easier answer would have been, yeah, you're about right.
I care about what I don't know. I don't blow them off.
I don't know if Vecchione was looking for the actual facts of the genealogy of fucking Florida. He was just trying to make a little small talk.
I'm sorry. I stepped on your joke, Bobby. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I was done anyways. I was winging it.
You saved them.
So, but you know that down there, Mike lives in a gated community because he's a millionaire. And, you gotta fucking, it's like the Pentagon. You gotta give them your passport. You gotta call ahead and fill out forms to go, even if you want to bring them a cup of coffee. And then you come down. Yeah, he lives on a golf course, and and he lives on a cul-de-sac like Knott's Landing, and
Knott's Landing.
Everybody's got 5-story houses with arches, and they're recreating fucking Pablo Escobar's fucking house.
The streets are actually paved with silver.
Yeah, behind is they have his driveway is actually fingernails of children that built the house.
Yes, that part's true.
But behind his house is a jungle, a fucking jungle. It's just a jungle. There's no way around it. He has an alligator in his fucking pond at night. I mean, I slept over his house. I didn't have the windows open, Mike.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. And I'm trying to sleep. I was so tired, but I woke up. You wake up a little bit. I woke up around 12:30 just to go, just to kind of wake up and roll over. I couldn't go back to sleep for 4 hours because I just heard brap, 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 skip, 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 whoop, 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 rabab, rabab, skiddy, it was like the fucking
disturbingly accurate.
Middle of the jungle in the backyard. So, and he's always telling me that these alligators, he's got an alligator, a fucking alligator, and then he lets his burner shooter doodle, whatever the fuck it is,
the golden
run around in the backyard. And there's a fucking alligator. I mean, I've seen it. And he does nothing about it because he says they don't attack you or they're more afraid of you than you are of them. I want to show you how fucking wrong you are. Mush, roll the clip.
Uh-oh.
God damn it, he didn't cue it up.
Oh, Pete Joyce made a terrible mistake.
What?
You're in their home.
You're in their home too. It's all their home. We took it over.
Listen, I heard it. I just heard it.
Look at this guy. I mean, tell me this isn't aggressive. Tell me this isn't your biggest fear. Oh, they don't come. They're more scared of you than you are them. Get the fuck. Watch it. Ready? Ready, Mike?
Yeah.
Look at, see him right there. He's coming. Right there. See him? Here he comes. This shit lives in his backyard. Look at it. Watch it. Oh. Watch this. He's getting
Fuck that.
All right.
Wow.
Well, what did he do?
What'd he do? I'll tell you what, he paddled the fuck out of there. That's what he did.
I'd be shitting my pants right now more than before.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's out. He's not. I don't even think he's in the. Is he in the kayak? Did he just tip over?
Once he righted himself and hit the kayak 3 times. Oh, he hit the
thing kept hitting the kayak, brother. That's your home. That's Mike's backyard. That's where he lives, right there. That's in his backyard.
There's no way I'm going in there. I wouldn't do this.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that, but yeah, look how fast he's going.
In Florida, you fucking
Look how fast he's going. Look how fast he's going. Remember how tranquil this fucking thing was? Watch this. Well, go back. Let it play, you fucking lunatic. Oh, I've been mushed. Watch this. Now, this is people just enjoying themselves in Florida in their backyard and fooling around at night with his girlfriend, right? Just having a good time in your backyard. Safe, right, Michael Vecchione?
Yes.
Good time, right? I do this in my backyard, right? Look at what's coming. Look at what's coming. Look what's coming. Watch this. Watch that. Look how fast it is. Look at this bitch.
Oh, I went right after her.
Look, it's going right after her. Oh, it fucking went for her.
He left her. He got out of the pool. Was like, later, bitch.
Are you shitting me? Are you fucking? Oh, look how fast it is.
That's a. Oh man, that is not good.
She got bit. She got bit. She got bit. She got bit.
Listen,
shoulder and elbow.
I gotta tell you, the guy in the kayak. You don't go kayaking in the same level of water as where alligators live. That's a dumb fuck, is what that is. I know it's peaceful. I know he liked it, but that's what you don't do. You want to kayak, you go kayak in the salt water where you don't have to deal with that shit.
Vecchione, correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have your backyard where there's a fucking pond, a jungle, and an alligator.
This whole state is a fucking jungle.
I agree. But yeah, Bobby, it is Tampa. The whole thing is
Can I make a suggestion?
I'm surprised Mike didn't make one more observation that they don't have any lateral movement. I always love when people say that one. It's like lateral movement, they don't have any. So if you run straight, you're probably going to get eaten. But as long as you move side to side, they can't fucking figure it out, dude. They're dumb.
Nobody wants to admit they could jump about 4 feet high too if they need to. Yeah, you could run zigzag all you want. You're gonna tire out soon enough.
40-yard dash, they might be able to beat me. Yeah. But not if you're doing like lateral movement drills. I'll fuck them up every time.
It's fucked up, man. Fuck. Let me tell you something. That he has a 10-foot alligator in his backyard. He fucking pays $1 gazillion for his house to have a dinosaur live in his backyard, so that when he goes out with his family and his dog, he's throwing the ball with his kid. If it goes near the fucking pond, you got to let it go.
We've had like 7 footballs in the past 6 months. If you get too close to the edge, you just leave it there.
I mean,
I ask you a very serious question, Mike, as a criminal justice major. How did the alligator get into the gated community? Isn't that
he's an albino alligator, so it was easy for him to gain entrance. I live on a golf course, so the alligator is not afraid of people because it's used to seeing people. So when it's in my backyard sunning itself and we go outside and make noise, it goes back in the water and it just swims away. So it doesn't bother us. It doesn't come up near my house.
People? Is that what you were saying with the golf?
What's that?
He only attacks rich people in a certain tax bracket who can afford to play golf?
Yes, it's a certain level of reptile that knows when it's getting good food. I just ate one of those. I overnighted a brisket from Texas, and they don't get that in other neighborhoods.
Of course you did.
I did. I overnighted a brisket from Snow's Barbecue in Texas, and it was worth the fucking $200.
Holy
you
shit.
paid fucking $200 for a brisket?
I watched a documentary on Netflix. They made it so good and so incredible. I was like, fuck it. I almost bought a flight and went to the barbecue place, but they're shut down because of COVID, but you could still order online. So I did. And it cost it was $125 for the brisket. And then it was like $60 to overnight it.
How much money do you have that you were going to fly to another state during a pandemic to get
I
a
didn't
fucking slab of meat?
I didn't take the pandemic into consideration. And the only reason why I didn't do that, besides the fact they were closed, was there's no place near this place in Texas. I had to fly somewhere and then drive 2 hours. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, and they sell out usually before noon, too.
Yeah, I had to order it at 7:06 in the morning in order to get it.
That's pretty cheap to overnight a brisket.
And it's cooked and they seal it and it comes in. It was ice cold when I got it. I let it thaw out for a little while. I warmed it up. It was fucking perfect.
No, you don't even cook it.
No, it's cooked already. It's already cooked and then they vacuum seal it, pack it, and send it to you. They didn't send me any pickles or onions.
That is the fattest thing I've ever heard anybody do.
I think I have you beat on that. It took me a week, but I think I ate the whole thing by myself.
Are you kidding me?
My daughter had a little bit, but she's only 7, so how much can we really hold her accountable for?
Now, you admitting that, aren't we on both on diets here?
I ate it in small portions.
A brisket?
Hey, good save, Mike.
I ate it over 8 days, so it was a little bit here, a little bit there, you know.
So,
but no potatoes. So.
No potatoes, not in any form. I watched the Bucks game on Sunday, and I ate celery the whole time I watched it.
How many pounds total was it, Mike?
I don't know because I didn't have to cook it. I only had to heat it up, so I don't really know how much it weighed.
Why don't you go step on a scale and tell us how many pounds heavier you are than the last time?
I am down 3 pounds from last week, but no potatoes.
Whatever.
Swear to God.
Now, Vecchione.
Yeah.
Are you doing any shows this week?
No, not really. I got to get back on the road again.
It was like you were deciding whether you wanted to do them. You were like,
I don't know. Everything's like, first of all, like there's some outdoor spots, but I don't know about you, Bobby. I don't know how you feel, but it's like I don't know, and they're good. I'm appreciative to have them, but it's like I don't know how much progress I'm making. You can't gauge any of the progress until you get to a road gig where it's like you can really unpack it and see what you have. Because sometimes it's hard to gauge the material outside. Maybe it's me. I don't know. How do you feel about it? Gauging the material outside. Can you really write? Can you really make progress outside? I don't know.
I did the stand a couple times preparing for that HBO Max show for Colin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough because it's very distracting too, because there's so much going on, especially at the stand. You walk, like people are walking by, they have backpacks and bikes and helmets. You're like, is that Antifa? Are they going to get mad at something I say? I saw two black kids walk by. Are they going to go? Is there a group of fucking Black Lives Matter down the street? And if I say one thing wrong, I'm going to get a fucking flagpole in my face. I mean, it was kind of fucking scary, because you don't know who's across the street that's going to just yell something out. And all of a sudden there's a fucking riot and we're taking Fendi bags again. You know what I mean? So that was a little distracting. I'm a cunt when it comes to comedy. I like a room, small ceilings.
Right.
I like everybody to be focused. Like This weekend, I talked to the improvs before I went in Houston, and this weekend I go, can you please not have a check spot? I go, you flew me all the way out here. In the middle of my set, you're dropping these checks.
Yeah.
And it's just, it takes me 8 minutes, 10 minutes to get them focused again to kind of get back, and it's like, and they were like, sure, we won't drop the checks around the front. And then they were like, we'll just have the MC or the middle guy go back up at the end and do 10.
Yeah.
And it sucked for him.
Right.
And I felt bad, but it's like, you know what, dude? I'm the one coming here. Right. I'm the one selling the fucking tickets. I'm sorry that you got to go back up, but fuck it. And it was great all weekend. I loved it. Everybody was focused. It was all on me. I said goodnight. They were like, woo. And then he went back up. And I got to give the kid credit too, the kid that did it. Do you know him? The guy that was featuring for me, that good looking young kid. What was his name?
I just met him outside.
He was cool with it. He actually came up and was like, "Hey man, thanks. That really, I really learned a lot from doing that." I don't know if he was being a dick or what, but I don't, I can't tell if these millennials are being sarcastic or genuine. Hey, thank you so much for making me go up after you and do a spot while people were getting the check spot, giving me the check spot because, and I was like, I literally was like, go fuck yourself. He's like, Jesus, dude, what? I'm like, oh, you're being serious. He was like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know if you guys are genuine or not.
But, can I say, like, I think any comic listening or anybody would agree with that. It's like the check spot is like, it's so much better if they wait till the end of the night. And then not even that. It's like, can they, maybe I'm wrong, but very easily just put somebody at the door and then stamp the receipt. And you can't leave. You can't leave unless you show the stamp receipt.
The problem is
drink through the entire show too. You're selling more liquor that way, actually. Yeah. Maybe there's something that I'm not seeing, but it just makes sense for the comic. They get to enjoy you completely. They drink right until the end of the show, so you make more money. The club makes more money. I just don't see a downside to putting one guy at the door and stamping the receipts.
Yep.
It's a turnover. I think that's the problem. And
you'd have the same turnover.
What do you mean?
You're saying they'll have more time to turn over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You only need 10 more minutes with that. People, the way I went to Roadhouse last night, Texas Roadhouse, one of my favorite restaurants of all time, by the way. As far as a chain restaurant, it's tops.
I didn't say anything.
I'm just waiting for your response, guys.
You enjoy
I like Roadhouse Steakhouse. Is that do you throw the peanuts on the floor there? Is that
you can't anymore because of COVID, but yes.
What the fuck does that have to do with COVID?
Dude, you're touching a peanut shell, cracking it, eating it with your hands, and then throwing it on the floor. And now people are walking around. They have to pick that up. That was in people's mouths. It's very unsanitary eating peanuts. Okay. But they do have the sweet rolls, which I can't have.
Right.
The sweet rolls are and they have cinnamon butter, which is unparalleled. Unfucking parallel.
True.
Okay. You're eating dessert before you have steak. But
I agree with you.
We went last night. We went to I love this store. It's a Japanese store. It has all Japanese things like stupid shit, like a fucking little pot or a little, a fork that becomes a spoon that becomes chopsticks. Japanese people stuff. They're just fucking, they just do little great things, like a little thing that becomes a lamp. You know what I mean? It's just, they have a little flat thing. You open it up, it's a stool, because they live in a tiny house and they got they cook a fucking 9-course meal in the living room, But we went there and I found Texas Roadhouse. It was in New Rochelle. And New Rochelle can be sketchy. And we drove all the way over there, went in, and we fucking ate. What was my point of the story?
I'm not really sure.
Texas Roadhouse.
Was that your birthday dinner? Your big celebration was Texas
No,
Roadhouse?
it was not my celebration. I had a point to the story. You guys aren't even listening to me.
Was the ground round closed?
You're not listening to you. I don't know what you were talking about, and I was there at the beginning. It went from Roadhouse to Japanese store, but you didn't say where you're going.
I brought up Mike Vecchione is fucking. Vecchione's checking his bets for the weekend. What are you doing, Vecchione? Get off Twitter, you fucking millennial.
I'm not on Twitter. I'm sketching. But
what are you doing?
I also sketched during the show. I drew Fat Oats from Hall & Oates. If he got fat,
let me see your sketches, Vecchione.
It's just I just wrote.
Somebody save me.
I just wrote overnight brisket. And
that's funny. How about if Vecchione was writing all our stuff down and he wrote a new hour about all this stuff?
Let me tell you why I don't like fat guys.
Let me tell you about alligators.
Well, it's ironic that you have to go to the Roadhouse and Mike gets his brisket overlaid for him in his gated community. Your thoughts, guys? I turn the interview on you. You guys, we sustain this level of income differential. Mike gets brisket from his palace in the jungle, and Bobby, you have to go to a Roadhouse. Your thoughts?
In New Rochelle.
In New Rochelle, in a very sketchy area.
It was very sketchy. And I know why. I was fucking, look, I want to go. I moved up to the suburbs to pull into a parking lot and park my car, go to the restaurant, come out, pull home, go into my driveway and get the fuck out of my car and not lock my doors. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're in New Rochelle. Now we're down on the street and we're starting to see, Kennedy's Fried Chicken. And, now we're starting to see, everybody's on a fucking, a bike, a stolen bike. And, it's getting a little sketchy. We pull up, there's no parking in front of this place. So I start getting anxiety because here's the deal. And women don't know this. Okay. Maybe you guys can back me up. When we go out with them, we take a wrong turn or we go to a neighborhood that's a little sketchy. We immediately go into fucking anxiety kill mode.
Right.
I need you. I'm the fucking lieutenant. You're my fucking private. When I say pull up the number, call the place, find if there's parking. I don't need you going, well, just drive around here and see if there's probably a place. Pull up the fucking number, call the place, see if there's, why don't we just obey my order or we're going to die. Our lives are at fucking jeopardy and I'm trying to fucking save us. And she's like, well, just drive. So now I'm fucking, Max is in the back. I'm getting fucking angry. She's trying to be passive aggressively calm. Everything's fine. Like, if I know what fine means, fine doesn't mean fine. So now we take a right. I go into this parking lot. I go to the end. It's a dead end. I take a right. There's around 50 fucking bikes and just two guys in chairs sitting there looking at us. I'm like, we just ran into a stolen bike ring. And she's like, well, ask them. Ask them what? How I want to get shot? Because I just uncovered a stolen bike ring in New Rochelle. She's like, well, just back up. I'm like, I'm trying to fucking back up. Call the place.
Do you know if the Roadhouse is open? Oh, yeah, man. Go get yourself some cinnamon butter. They would have just totally been opposite of what you were talking about. Yeah, man. Sweet. Go get some of that cinnamon butter.
I was so frustrated last night, but then when I got in, oh my God, did it feel good to fucking eat. Ooh-wee. Do I love that place.
Can I say about your story about that's a very real thing that you were saying. I lived uptown. I lived in in Inwood, Washington Heights, which is, it wasn't a dangerous neighborhood by any stretch, but it's like when I had a girl, when I would be out with a girl, I'd park at the end of the street at the gas station. But because it was late in the neighborhood, I would always drop the girl off, give her the keys to my apartment, and then circle back and go down the street and park at the gas station and then walk home by myself.
Wow.
And the reason for that is not that I was afraid of getting mugged or jumped or anything. If it would just, I would have parked at the gas station and me and her would have walked. There's bars and stuff down, when we cross the street. Anybody yells anything. Hey, your girl's a bitch. Hey, your girl got a fat ass. It's like, now I got to go deal with that.
Yep.
So exactly to your point, what you're saying is like, just save yourself the trouble, drop her off first. And that's the last thing anyway. And if a fight does happen, the last thing you want to do is get your ass beat in front of your girl. You know what I mean? It's like, if I have to take a beating, I'd much take it alone while she's in bed somewhere, and then she just gets a call from the hospital.
Yes. Yeah, well, she has to take an Uber home because you never came back. So you're in a coma. Yeah, I'd rather be in a coma than to see Max and my wife get slapped by somebody in front of me. You know what I mean? I'm just being held down by my chest by some big guy's foot, and Max just, leave my dad. Dad. And I'm just like, Max, just lie down. Just lie down. We're not in Tampa. I can't shoot him. I have a pen and I have a set of car keys in my pocket and I got some gum. God. But you know what? It's so funny because as soon as we parked, we parked. It was a nice part of town. There was a parking garage literally across the street from the place that I didn't see. You could park in. Everybody was all couples. There was a Trump hotel right next to the place. It was like a really nice part of town. And she's like, "See, I just want to, if it was the 50s again." Oh God. Anyways, all right. Listen, Mike, we're gonna wrap this up. But right. I'm so glad you came on, dude. And I'm glad we hung out, dude. It was fun. I wish you
had gas.
I wish you had gas. I wish you could have connected with me a little more. I wish we were closer. I feel like if we were closer, that you would have said, "Hey, Bob, hey man, we're out of gas. Is anyone give us a ride? You hook us up?" I would have done it in 2 seconds.
I legitimately think you would have. I just didn't think anybody had a car. And my buddy was saying the thing to me. He was going, "Hey, dude, if you want to Uber home, I'm good. I'll figure it out." I'm like, I'm not going to fucking leave you stranded here. So, But it was a great time, man. I really enjoyed hanging out and smoking the cigar. The cigar was great. And it was great. It was a great hang. So,
yep. Well, listen, everybody, check out
having me on. Thank you so much, and for plugging the podcast and my social media. Thank you.
And are you playing Side Splitters soon or something?
No, I did it like a month after the pandemic. I don't think you were doing shows. Because I was asking about it, and they said that I think you were off or something. I don't know.
We were doing. I'm still doing the show from my house.
Okay.
And we aren't allowed to have guests in the studio, so it's screwed everything up for everybody. Still to this day, Bobby's the only one that's been on, and that's because he usually stays at my house when he's here.
That's great.
But next time, for sure, I'd love to see you.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, can you want to stay? We got this really thing. We can stick around for 5 minutes. Yeah. We have this thing where comedian Joe Russell, part of the show here.
Don't subject Mike to this.
I think Mike would be a good judge of this.
All right.
Where we do Joe's new 5. He has a new 5 minutes every Tuesday.
Wow.
And I think, look at Mike Vecchione is one of the top fucking joke writers in the world. He's known. He's one of the funniest guys. He's one of the greatest writers. I mean, this would be good for Joe to maybe get some insight. Do you mind sticking around for this?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, let's stick around. 5 minutes. Everybody, I wish we had an intro. We don't have an intro.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Mush, make us small, make Joe big. Oh, and here we go. Wow. Hi, Joe. How are you?
How's it going, guys?
No extra pressure this week there, Joe.
Hey, Vecchione, can you bring Joe up like a comedy show?
Sure.
Are you drawing again? Are you drawing, Joe?
No, I'm getting my intro down. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Van Halen has passed. But on a lighter note, coming to the stage right now, let's give it up for Joe!
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hey, I'm going to start a dating site where people with STDs can meet. I'm going to call it Rashly Madison. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I give it a thumbs up. What do you give it, Vecchione?
Okay, great.
Calta, what do you give it?
Go ahead. I'm this close.
You're in Florida. I'm not scared.
He's going to kill himself, Joe.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Kill himself.
To be funny, I almost actually slipped my own fucking wrist.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, here's some advice. Never ask someone you haven't seen in 10 years how their dog is doing. Because then they're going to show you a tattoo of their dead dog.
I think you should make it 18 years.
Yeah.
That one needs work, Mike. Joe, it's still in the, in my opinion, that's still in the, you got to take that one back to the joke shop.
Okay.
It's still there.
Thank you. Yes. My girlfriend says she wants to see more of me, so I'm going to get fat and order a brisket.
Topical. Very topical. I like it. I like it.
You guys are going to like this. I saw a squirrel eating a chili dog. That has to be bad for his squirrelesterol.
Whoa. I like the one that insulted me secretly better.
I think there's a better ending there, Joe.
Okay.
Some kind of a nut diet. Nervous.
Okay.
What number is this?
It doesn't matter. Keep
I got
going,
two
Joe.
more.
Keep going, Joe. Don't listen to him.
Hey, do you guys ever notice that there's more than one McDonald's? Yeah, that doesn't sit right with me. I think they're all working together. Thank you. One more.
No, that's good, Joe. It needs an ending. It just needs an ending. Good
Okay.
part.
I think that's my problem with all these.
Some of them needed a middle too.
Hey, the slogan for Nyquil should be the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, aching, coughing, stuffy head fever, so you sleep through your alarm and are late for work medicine.
It's a clean joke.
It's clean. I just think it needs a twist at the end. Some kind of a twist.
Something about
Maybe
date rape.
maybe the twist of a rope. Was that it?
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you, Joe. That's been Joe's new 5. Thank you very much. Look at Mush just gets him right out of here. Mush doesn't like it. Mush, I've never seen Mush get somebody out of here quicker than they just did.
Thank you.
Hello? Is somebody out there? Hello?
Please be an axe murderer.
Oh, that's good. That's what you want? How funny would that? I just get killed, and all of a sudden it's the Vecchione and Calta show, and it becomes a hit.
Go Mike and Mike.
Mike and Mike. All right, listen, Mike, thanks for coming on. Make sure you go download his podcast, subscribe, like, review, and follow him on all social media. He's one of the nicest and funniest guys out there. So thanks a lot for coming in, Mike.
Thank you guys both. I appreciate it, Bobby.
Yeah,
I'll
Mike.
talk to you later,
We'll
buddy.
see you later, man.
Bye-bye.
That was a fun show.
That was a great show. We went, oh my God, it's an hour and a half already.
He's I like Mike. He's a good guy. He's hard to crack, and he was good.
Yeah, he's great, man.
He's
I really do.
He always seems like he's stiff, but he's not. He's very funny.
Yeah, he's very very funny, man. And you know what I love about Mike the most? If you say something funny, he laughs, man. When he laughs at something that it's you know what I mean. It makes you feel good. Like when you laugh at my shit, it makes me feel because I know it's funny. You know what I mean?
I do find you funny. What are you reading? What are you distracted by? What's going on? That's what you always do to me.
Well, because you do. I'm looking straight ahead. You're doing this.
Well, see, I can't look straight ahead.
You'll do this. You'll do this.
I don't do that. I never do that. Never. Mush, tell him I never do that.
I never noticed it.
Thank you.
He does. You could put your camera and your thing should be right here. I'm looking right at you.
My camera's above me because in the beginning of doing the podcast, you told me that I had to raise my monitor up so that I was looking up. So now it's above me. So whenever I look straight, you think I'm looking down.
Where's your monitor?
All your fault.
Where's your monitor?
My monitor's right in front of me.
Where's me? Look at me.
I'm looking at you right now.
Okay. You should move that over here. Look at me. I'm looking at you right now. Look at me. Am I looking right at you? I'm looking right at you.
You're like a kid with a lazy eye right now.
I have a lazy eye.
You do?
No.
Oh. Well, that's what you look like right now. You look like you're trying to watch two dogs run in different directions.
There was a thing this weekend. I was, I have that role play joke about, when Dawn was like, we can role play.
Yeah.
And, basically she was like, we can do it. And, I don't know if you've heard the joke. Have you heard? You haven't heard
Probably.
it.
I just don't remember.
No, I don't think I did it. I think I did it this year. I came up with it, right? But it's basically, so before I do the joke, I bring it up and I'm like, I role played, which is great. And I'm like, has anybody role played? And I usually talk to people in the crowd. And it's just funny for me because I get to dip into, the way I do my comedy, I like to dip into the crowd, let stuff happen, and then I go into the joke seamlessly. So you don't know what's a joke and what I'm making up. You know what I mean? But I do have a written hour of material, but inside of there, I dip out. And I asked this one guy, this black dude in the front row, I was like, you ever role play? And I knew he did because he was like, you know, and you would have saw my face if you weren't looking down.
I'm looking right at you.
You look down a little bit. I mean, back
you're in a mood. What's going on?
I'm not in a mood. I'm in a great mood. What are you talking about? It's a great mood. Yeah, do that. That's what I want. Look at me.
All right.
So,
you're talking to Calta the way you usually talk to me, which is weird.
I'm not.
You're mushing me.
So, anyways, I go, what did you do? And he goes, I was a baby.
Baby?
A baby. And I look at his wife and I think, okay, he's trying to be funny. And she went like, yep, he did it. And I'm like, you wanted to be a baby? And then I was like, it was so fat. I literally fell to my knees. I was like, a baby? Because he was a big, in shape black dude.
Oh, you left that part out. That's funny.
He was a big, in shape black guy, and he's like a baby. And he was just looking up at me like cute. You know what I mean? Like, it was a cute thing. And she was like, yep. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, I go, do you have kids? She's like 8. I go, you mean 9?
That's funny.
I'm still here, so I put him back in the room.
Hey, Joe.
Can't hear Joe.
Can't hear you, Joe.
What's up, guys? I took my lights and everything down.
What's wrong?
I was just listening and enjoying the show.
Oh.
I was like done.
Hey, Miles, you stay in now, you fuckface.
Yeah.
So
we do have to fill the hole. Someone, Greg Shepard put something in with us. So if you don't remember what the fill the hole contest was, here's the example.
Get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
Most child molesters love them.
It's true.
And then here's the one from Greg Shepard.
Get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
The famous Cocksuckers Brigade.
I like that. That's even better. That's great, Greg.
That's great.
So you can download the link off the Patreon and just send them to us.
You motherfucker. I'm surprised Fat JC hasn't done one. Or Lou. That's funny.
I want to know about Lou and Johnny Depp.
Oh, yeah. She never extrapolated on that.
She never what?
Gave us more information.
Thank you. The fuck kind of show we running?
We just lost 10 followers.
Yeah. Hey, Ken's in the room. Northwest Ken. What's up, Ken? That's funny. So we got so this weekend. What?
This weekend?
Oh, this weekend I'm going away for my birthday up to Maine.
Your birthday? When's your birthday?
Wow.
How old are you going to be?
Wow.
These are things that number one best friend would know.
Wow.
Looks like someone's getting a brisket in the mail.
Don't send me a brisket.
I would not send you a brisket. I've already sent you gifts. You'll be getting them tomorrow before your birthday.
I never got that shirt you sent me, by the way.
You know, my wife is the one who actually sent it to you, and she's out of town. I'm picking her up tonight, so I'm going to ask her when I pick her up.
Hey, are you really using the lights I sent you? You didn't set them up yet.
No, I didn't set them up, but this is really the first podcast that we've done since I got them.
Okay.
And I kind of forgot that I had them. They're right here in my studio. So next podcast, I will have them set up, hopefully in the right spot.
Okay, great. Okay.
Now wait a second. Let's talk about this. So I did send you birthday gifts.
You did.
I did, and I hope that you like them because you're very hard to shop for when you need to buy a meaningful gift. Like I could just send you random shit all during the year and it won't matter. But the one time you want to buy something cool, I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
I'm really not.
You kind of are because you don't.
Just give me a Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the ladybugs found the perfect gift for you on Saturday.
What was that? Titties?
No. Well, I'm gonna wait and see if someone actually sends it, and then if not, we'll talk about it Thursday.
I sent you three gifts.
3 gifts.
Yeah. One was typical Bobby gadget.
Yeah.
The other was something I saw that I thought was cool and useful. And the other one is something that everybody should have right now, especially a guy like you.
What, a fucking stack of hundreds?
Negative. I did try to win a Rolex this past Sunday on the Rolex thing. I was going to give that to you if I won, but I didn't win. Some guy that I thought was a Patreon member won. His name was Kenny Pagano. I text Mush. I go, does that name sound familiar? Sound like a bit of Patreon name that you would have fucked up.
Who's that, Olivia?
Yeah, I got to show you what I made her for our anniversary.
That is fucking great.
Make that big. Oh my God.
Fucking great.
There's Olivia with her glasses, and I'm never doing anything this nice again.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, dude. You are a fucking serial killer.
That is so awesome.
Where is she? Is she right there?
Yeah, she's here.
Bring her. Why are you going to say it like that?
She got me this too. Someone that there's like an artist that makes like Simpsons fucking.
Oh my God, that's
pretty
fucking
awesome.
great.
That's great.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was a great
Can we
weekend.
say hi?
You want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Tell everybody how long it's been that Joe refuses to marry you.
6 years of refusing to marry me.
It's kind of
But he
ridiculous.
made me a model of the room that we're already in.
Yeah, I would check the basement for fucking fingertips and fingernails.
That's what it's made out of.
That model is only a foot smaller than the real apartment.
Oh, you fucking stepped on each other's jokes.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, what'd you say, Mike?
I said that box is only a foot smaller than the actual room that they're in.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true.
All right.
Where's she going? Olivia, where you going?
She said, come back here.
Will you guys do it tonight?
Oh.
Tonight? No,
Yeah,
we did.
forever.
It was Saturday, so that's when we did it.
Oh, you did it Saturday?
Yeah.
How was
Olivia.
it? On a scale of 1 to 10, Olivia. Don't lie.
How was it?
How was it?
Yeah.
I would say our sex this weekend was a 10 out of 10.
Ooh, you guys did
All
it
of
in the
the
butt, huh?
sexes this weekend.
Olivia, can we ask you a question that we ask all the women on the show?
Sure.
You've already asked her that.
Oh, she already picked me,
Who
right?
I pick?
Oh, you picked me, yeah.
I picked Mike because he liked all my posts, but since then, Bobby has been liking more of my posts. So I don't know. You guys are on an even keel right now. Keep fighting for my love.
I don't like that because it makes me want to fight for her love, even though I don't want her love.
I'll use it for a little while. I texted
right,
Joe
what do you-
last night. My son got in the car from hockey and Burning Down the House was on, Talking Head song. And my son goes, is this the Joe Russell song? I go, I guess.
He does such a good version of you. Have you seen the video? Is that Dawn? Dawn, come here.
Oh, let's ask Dawn about your anniversary sex.
She's not coming on camera, apparently.
Why?
What? Go ahead. Ask her what you want to ask her.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead. No.
Bobby
The guy
wants to
behind you.
know if he could do butt stuff for his birthday.
Sure.
Not to himself, to you.
Were you mad at me last night when I was flipping out about?
Yes. I was mad
I
at you
don't get
because
mad again. What the fuck? We already dealt with it. You can't.
Max does, and he's
All right,
getting
all
that
right.
from you.
All right, listen. You gotta understand. We're in a bad neighborhood. I have to be
It wasn't that bad.
at the end.
It wasn't that bad.
When there's cinnamon butter just a few feet away, it makes people act differently.
Yes. I mean, what? All right. So what are we gonna do for our anniversary? Am I getting any?
Well, we're going to be in a hotel room
Yeah.
with Max.
So can't we put him in the lobby for like 3 minutes?
Little Benadryl in his drink.
Olivia and Joe have a faux anniversary. It's not real because they're not married. They're doing the Brooklyn hipster anniversary. We've been together for 6 years. Means nothing. I mean, but to them it meant something.
Together for 25.
Yeah, 25 years. I mean, why does it dwindle down? What about a quiet hand job?
It's not going to be quiet.
It will be.
A
Watch
loud
it.
hand.
This is as loud as I'll get.
Well, how could she resist that face?
I know, right?
I'll make this face.
She won't know if you're having a stroke or coming.
I mean, just something. Huh? Will you look at it funny?
I could look at it funny.
I know you can. All right. I'll wash it. Joe and Olivia Hamface had fucking they fooled around all Saturday night.
Good for them. That's awesome.
I can't eat bad food. I can't do it. I can't watch porn. I can't do anything.
You can. You choose not to.
I choose not to. And I will choose not to until someday you bring your love back to me. I love you too. What are you doing? Nothing?
I'm hopefully going to take a shower. If I have
Ooh,
the time.
that's an invite.
Have a shower.
We can have a shower together?
Sure, we could have a shower together.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, who's going to watch the kid? Exactly. Oh, God, my life.
Cartoon.
Joe can take Max for a half an hour.
A half hour? Have him watch him for 4 minutes.
Bring Max and Doodles over to our place. I'll babysit
Yeah.
Max for you.
They live way out there. They live in the hood. We don't want to bring Max over there. We're not bringing Max over there. I mean, yeah, we're not bringing the dog over there. They'll fucking steal Doodles and sell her. All right. I love you. Bye. Our anniversary is the 10th. So my birthday is the 8th. Our 13-year anniversary is the 10th.
Oh, you're getting fucked out of two different gifts.
That's like when you have your birthday like the day before Christmas, and your parents are like, "This is your Christmas gift too."
Or it's like having your birthday 2 days before your anniversary. Captain fucking obvious. Jesus Christ, Joe. What are you still doing bad jokes? What is it? All right. Well, Olivia and Joe, congratulations on your 6-year
Thank you.
anniversary.
What's the weirdest
am I
thing
right?
Joe's ever asked for in the bedroom?
The weirdest thing I've ever asked for?
Okay, we'll go with that.
Oh, or the weird.
Let's
An
just
apology?
both.
We've had sex in that clown suit in the back. This one on this unicorn.
That was good. That actually
It was a good sex.
that
Yeah,
put a spark back in our
Who
relationship.
was wearing it?
I was.
Oh, that's
My
good.
clown suit. No unicorn hood on it though. Just the.
No, because the horn was in her butt. What's a fantasy, Olivia? What's the one thing that you guys would do if you could?
It's okay. It's behind a paywall.
Yeah, you could say whatever you want. You can get as dirty as you want.
I don't have any fantasies. I don't know.
You do. Joe doesn't even know about them now.
Joe, Joe is just put Joe on the spot.
Well, we talked once about having another girl, but then you said we have to have another guy at some point. If we do that,
I would
don't
do
know.
another guy for sure. And I would do another girl, but I would just be giggling and awkward the whole time. So
I don't, Joey. I don't like the confidence in which he just declared that you would totally bang another guy.
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't.
No.
So then, will you bring another guy in? Can he be a large guy from Florida?
As long as you bring that brisket.
I'll throw the brisket in the corner, and when you attack it, I'll attack Olivia. Hey, if you had to pick a guy, what kind of guy would you want in there, Joe? A guy like you, or a guy?
I'd like him to look different than me, so it's like a nice,
like a blonde.
Yeah, or like an Asian or like a black guy or something.
You probably don't want to go black guy. I mean, I'm assuming you don't want to go
she's
black.
Not going to go back?
I don't think she may not go back. She may not. You come home and she's watching old, NWA videos, and you're like, what is she trying to tell me?
But Bobby's frozen. It's just a cardboard cutout.
I could make Bobby, I'll tickle you. So you would bring another guy in, huh?
He's gone.
That's all right. I got this.
We gotta go back to work.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll just dream about it.
Oh man.
As a guy who's in a long-term relationship, it's good to hear other people's thoughts.
Want to swing? Let's swing.
I'd do your wife. I'll take your wife.
I'd watch that. I'm so good, I wouldn't even have to be involved if you guys weren't into it. I'd just be like, all right, you guys go. Either I get to watch or you can tell me about it later. I'd be good with either one of those. Me and Joe will go play pinochle while we're eating brisket.
Tell us about it later.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I'm going to work on my wife. She's gotten several offers over the years, and every once in a while I got a naked picture, and some girl will be like, I totally would bang your wife. And I show it to her, and I go, this girl said she'd totally bang you. And my wife goes, tell her I said thank you, but I'm going to pass.
Yeah, this could be us right now.
Yeah. Although you guys are a little bit more stable, she might be into you.
Stable. Yeah.
Not
Like
you,
a horse.
Joe. I'd hate to have to snap your neck. I'm still jealous. I don't know if I can handle that. Olivia can do it, but once you did it, I'd have to pop your head off like a fucking dandelion.
Bobby says Max.
Plug Bobby's router, so he's coming back.
I gotta go.
Yeah. We'll all leave when he comes back.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I enjoy finding out about you guys' sex life or lack of.
Okay. Well, I gotta say all the stuff at the end. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly to watch live and be part of the live chat. Follow me at Mike P. Suarez. Joe, where can they follow you?
The Cheese Show. Just Google the Cheese Show. It's the best thing on the internet.
Cheese Show. Joe and Olivia.
Cool. And follow Bobby at Robert Kelly Live. Make sure you keep sending those videos to us. Any questions, message me on Patreon. And tomorrow we'll be going live at 7 p.m. with Paul Verzi.
If anybody can make me a small version of my studio in a box, I would give up my heart for that too.
Yeah, and I'll make your little hockey logo fall down like over and over again.
You're such a sportsman. That's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers football logo, but it's cool. That's why a black guy is going to bang Olivia Jones. The difference between hockey and football. Jesus Christ. See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
You guys.
They're number one best friends, almost 1,000 pounds of funny. They're here to entertain you, not because Bobby needs the money. In this place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
Most child molesters love them.